Listen, I firmly believe the run defense will be better this year. And it's bigger than one tech. It is bigger than one tech. But OSA might have just gave us the key to why it's going to be better. What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys Fan Talk, right back. Like I never left. What's going on with y'all, man? I hope y'all are doing phenomenally. I have had a pretty emotionally up and down day. I'll share that with y'all soon enough. But I got something interesting to share with y'all at the end of the video if you stick around to the end. But right now, let's talk about OSA Odighizuwa. And well, actually, before I get off into that, man, listen, let me just welcome people to the channel. If you're new here and you like the content, please hit the sub button. And you already know if you've been here and you've been rocking for a minute, you know you family, you the cartel. I appreciate you. Now, my fault, a little out of sorts. Day was crazy. Article released, I would say about 4 days ago from the Landry Hat. Shout out to the Landry Hat and everybody that writes over there. This particular article was written by Jerry Trotta. I just want to give him his credit for pointing out something that I think a lot of us might have overlooked. OSA recently was giving interviews at OTAs, and he was talking about the run defense and and himself in particularly, and why he feels like he could have made a lot more plays last year. And the thing that stands out in the article is it sounds like he was downplaying or disrespecting Mike Zimmer. And you could take it like that if you want to. I personally ain't really tripping about that. I like Mike Zimmer, but, just like with Mike McCarthy, things didn't work out perfectly or he would still be the coach. So there could have been holes in his defense. He also didn't get a chance to bring in all the players he wanted, and he had to work with what he was given from Dan Quinn's defense. So he made it work. He had definitively certain things that to make his defensive scheme work that he might not have gotten. You know what I'm saying? They gave him like Linval Joseph and Jordan Phillips as one tech. So it ain't like he was given with the best groceries. You can't cook a great meal with bad groceries. But also saying, along with that, the scheme might not have been the perfect thing. And that's the thing that stands out to me because, we're trying to find answers with this running back, not just running back, with this defensive run scheme. Brian Broaddus, before I get off into the article, Brian Broaddus was on Jeff Kavanaugh's show 2 days ago, and he was talking about how the run defense is bigger than one tech. And, I'm not opposed to one tech. I am, go get a one tech right now. Go get me a veteran defensive tackle. I'm still on that. But it's not plug in. Let's just say, for instance, we got a great defensive tackle. Like, let's say DJ Reader got released and we added him. That don't mean that everything magically gets better. This entire defense scheme to players has to play to run better overall. It wasn't just because people was running at Mozzie. The edges weren't sailing properly on the run game. Yeah, that means Micah and D-Law at the time. You know what I'm saying? They weren't playing to run perfectly. The linebackers weren't filling perfectly. The safeties weren't coming up for run support, and the corners weren't tackling. Like, it was the entire run defensive scheme and players' effort with run defense. That all has to uplift. But let me just read this portion from OSA in the article so we can talk about it. COWBOYS Star Defensive takes a swipe at Mike Zimmer. That's how I was phrasing the article, not me, while praising new DC Matt Eberflus. Now, I think Eberflus is the key. His new scheme is going to be the key, but let's talk about it. OSA said, based on some things that we're being asked of based on some things that we're being asked to do right now, I was going back and just watching some of the tape from last year. Like, if I was doing this stuff that we're being coached to do now, I'm making this play. I'm making that play. Odighizuwa said, so just seeing that there's going to be a lot more opportunities based off the stuff that he has us doing or is having us do. While it's a ringing endorsement of defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus, that is a very troubling review of Zimmer. Now, you can take it as a negative review of Zimmer. I'm not here to focus on the past, man. Zimmer ain't even here no more. Let's talk about how we can make this run defense better. Now, he don't give any scheme things that we can look forward to, because you're not going to give your strategy up to, in an interview. But What Eberflus does, and this is what makes me excited. Matt Eberflus is like a defensive three tech whisperer. Like that's his game. Linebackers and three techs is his game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he do. You know, Osa had a good year last year. Osa literally last year had a career high in sacks. He ranked third amongst DTs with 60 pressures, fourth with 14 quarterback hits, eighth in pass rush win rate, fifth with 78.5 pass rush. Like Osa's killing that. But the run defense, that's what we talking about. Eberflus had a success in Indianapolis as a DC. He was considered a questionable hire for the Cowboys because of his fit with the Dallas personnel. However, he is a dream match for Osa Odighizuwa, who is one of the most important members of the defense. When he had DeForest Buckner as a three tech, all pro. All pro. Can he make Osa an all pro? We will see. But he does three techs well. And our three tech room ain't too bad. Osa with a rotation of Solomon Thomas. That's a great rotation. We're not asking Solomon Thomas to start and be our three tech. We're asking him to rotate in with Osa. That's perfect. It fits his scheme perfectly. I think Osa has all the athletic capabilities and everything. And I think with the new emphasis on linebacker, which I feel like is the key to run defense, it's the key. If you got bad, look, Fred Warner, Roquan Smith, Zach Bond last year, I hate to say it, Frankie Louvu, people that can stop the run with great linebacker play. I mean, people that can stop the run with good defensive line, but great linebacker play stand out in this league. It's important. Nick Bolton with the Chiefs, everyone has solid linebacker play. And we have been skating by the Cowboys. That has been probably the most neglected position on this team is linebacker. We've been trying to just nickel and dime it. And then when we do get a great one, DeMarvion Overshown, he keep getting hurt. And it's painful because I hate that Demo keep getting hurt. But we can't use that as an excuse to not try to get better. We have to try to get better. Bringing in Eberflus, that's one of the first steps. Him and Borgonzoni, our new linebackers coach, I think I said his name, Borgonzoni, from Chicago. They're going to have our linebacker room better. It's already, I'm hearing great things already. And it's deep. Now, it's a lot of unproven, but it's deep. I'm looking for Maris Luafau to step up. Kenneth Murray is hoping to look good. Jack Sanborn. Like, we got, our linebacker room ain't like last year where we was just kind of hoping that some people kind of stepped up. No, it's not the Marquise Bell year where we had a safety playing linebacker. It's different. Now, I've said all of piece. And I did say that I think Eberflus, as I said before, with the linebackers, now with the three techs, Eberflus is the key. Our new defensive coordinator is the key. You know what I'm saying? We're looking forward to see how this really works out. But there's always a but, right? We need 100%. We need the players to execute. I said this last night. They have to execute. If they don't execute the scheme, it's not going to matter. It's not. Eberflus' scheme can be perfect. The players have to go step up. And front office, it's not time to get lazy. Me making a video about Eberflus being the key does not mean don't go get him groceries. Let's circle back to what I said earlier in this video. The groceries are important. Another great one tech will be important. Me saying it's not all on one tech does not mean that one tech isn't important. And we can't just lean on just Mozzie Smith and Jay Toya, 7th-round pick. We need one more piece. Go get him. I don't know who it is. I know it ain't gonna be no high. I mean, Aaron Donald ain't laying. Well, he's not a one tech, but great one tech ain't just laying around on the street. That don't mean you don't go figure it out. That's not my job. Y'all getting paid millions to go figure it out. Okay, now that all that's being said, man, look, earlier today, right, I was at work, and I had to go to this luncheon, and we were talking to some of their vendors and stuff like that, and it was dope. It was like they're doing like sports memorabilia and raffling off stuff, and so it was hosted by Emmitt Smith. I thought that was fire. Hosted by Emmitt Smith, right? Emmett comes in, he's doing his thing, he gives a speech and everything like that. They start doing trivia. This is so dope to me. I didn't expect to win nothing. I was just playing the position. I wasn't saying nothing. They asked the question, who was the all-time leading rusher that Emmitt Smith took the record from? And I was like, that's easy. That's sweetness. Walter Payton, like easy. So I say it, but apparently a lot of people didn't know it. So I didn't expect to win. I was like, sweetness. And the dude at the table was like, yo, man, speak up. I was like, Walter Payton. He was like, give him a football. Emmitt Smith grabs the football. And before he gives it to me, this is the football, he signs it right there in front of me. Emmitt Smith signed this bad boy. Look at it. That's a real signature, too. That ain't no like printed joint. Yo, I am still floored that I am now in the possession of a signed Emmitt Smith football. Like, I don't even know what to say. I don't got no cool, like, it's just dope to me. So yes, that's going to be getting mounted behind me somewhere. I'm trying to find a glass case and make sure my kids don't rub the signature off of it. But it's amazing, man. It's great, man. There's other things going on in my life that I'll talk about another time, but that's pretty fire. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all more than y'all know. If you like the content, hit the sub button. If you're already Cartel, I love you. I holla.